Hello everyone and welcome back to Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Trials and Tribulations. We're about to hear supposedly the last testimony and see what we can get out of this. Indeed, it is true I was not at Lordly Taylor. I had to leave to see about another vitally important job request. I had known about the date beforehand, so I had this photograph readied. My brilliant deduction was what informed me that the true culprit was Rhonda Light, and thanks to the key card and wallet, it was abundantly clear that he was there. I was also able to make a deduction from the buzzer, which only sounded once. The button did not have any fingerprints on it. Why? The victim would have left prints if he sounded it, which means the killer sounded it. Mr. Delight was wearing his mask-to-mask outfit, which is why he left no prints. How did you know? And the blackmail letter, the victim likely just mistook the color of the jewel. Zavari, therefore all the evidence points to that poor boy. This testimony actually seems to hold up pretty well.
His earlier remarks do not appear to have been hastily prepared. All of his points have been explained and none of them seem to contradict anything.
But of course.
But how did you know about the emergency buzzer?
The police investigation documents went directly through me. And I always look over all documents. It's elementary, sir lawyer.
Gah. Are you gonna make even more trouble for us now, sir lawyer? I will not allow any of your usual shenanigans, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor.
We cannot postpone Luke Atmey's trial any longer. This is your last chance.
Hang on a sec, just one chance?
Seems like the party's about to begin.
Well, Phoenix, there isn't any evidence that contradicts with that testimony. Oh, so it would seem... What do you mean, so it would seem? Listen, Phoenix, pointing out contradictions doesn't always mean you have to present evidence, does it? At any rate, this is our last chance. If you can't point out a case-breaking contradiction, you lose. That's all there is to it.
Cup number 17, the last cup. It seems like time has come to put an end to this trial.
I have to find a fatal contradiction in this testimony, and I need to point it out without presenting evidence. Which means all I can do is find the contradictory remark and press it. Remember, you only get one chance. Are they serious? I mean, I guess I know which one I would press.
Very well, then, Mr. Wright, please begin your final cross-examination.
Indeed, it is true that I was not at Lordly Taylor. I had to leave to see about another vitally important job request. I had known about the date beforehand, so I had this photograph readied. My brilliant deduction was what informed me that the true culprit was Rhonda Light. And thanks to the key card and wallet, it was abundantly clear that he was there. I was also able to make a deduction from the buzzer, which only sounded once. The button did not have any fingerprints on it. Why? The victim would have left prints if he sounded it, which means the killer sounded it. Mr. Delight was wearing his mask-to-mask outfit. That's the one I want to press. I'm hoping... Maybe that was just flavor. Mr. Atmey, about this last remark.
You still don't get it, do you, Trite? This isn't the time to be pressing the witness on every little statement.
What? I'm afraid you're the one who still doesn't get it, Mr. Godot.
What?
Mr. Atmey, it seems you have finally admitted that you were in the CEO's office on the night of the murder. How can you say that? Let's review your testimony, shall we, Mr. Atmey? The button did not have any fingerprints on it. Why? Mr. Delight was wearing his mask-to-mask outfit. Is that correct? Indeed, that's what I said. My deductions are absolutely foolproof. More like your deductions prove that you're a fool. Ha! Got him! I'm sorry, whatever do you mean?
For some reason, I'm starting to get really thirsty.
When exactly did we learn the fact that Rhonda Light was dressed as Master Mask when he went to the scene of the crime?
It was just a few hours ago. Back when my sixth cup was looking at me with a cold stare.
Oh, he's getting frazzled now. I like this. What is up with his finger? Is that a ring around his finger? Or is that tape? I can't tell. Kinda... This is a good look for you. Frustrated and about to explode.
Oh, did I forget to mention it before? I'm sorry, I just never had a chance to mention it up until now.
That's right, the defendant had yet to tell anyone else this fact before this morning. Therefore, the only people who should have known this are those who have been watching this trial. Do you understand now, Detective Atme? There is no way that you should have known about that. You were in the next courtroom, being tried as Masked and Mask. So then enlighten us. Just how did you know about that piece of information? Well...
Come on, this detective must have known about it. He probably had plenty of chances to find out beforehand.
And it's those chances that I want to discuss next. That night, Mr. Delight was wearing his Mask to Mask outfit. There is one and only one way for Detective Atme to have found that out.
Only one? One way, you say?
Please recall, if you will, Mr. Delight's testimony.
When I entered the office, there was a suspicious shadow there.
For a second, my client witnessed the real killer.
Mr. Light never saw his attacker, so there's no way to tell whether or not the real killer was Luke Atme.
It's with that statement that I'll turn this case on its head.
Just what are you implying?
Mr. Delight saw the real killer, correct? Now, if you turn that statement around, it stands to reason that the real killer had also seen Rhonda Light.
Impossible.
Detective Atme, you saw Master Mask at the murder scene that night. You saw him when you killed Kate Bullard and assaulted Rhonda Light. That was the only way you could have known what Ron was wearing. Whoa, got him. What is happening? What? I thought he was going to go Super Saiyan on us. Take a good look, everyone. Unable to find a rival worthy of my own genius, I was forced to create one by myself. Here I am, the tragic clown.
That's the same line you gave yesterday.
But I think there's a little more meaning behind it this time. I think he's just a nut.
What an awfully complicated incident. Kane Bullard was blackmailing Luke Atme, who was in turn blackmailing Rhonda Light. And upon killing his blackmailer, Luke Atme tried to frame Rhonda Light. He then claimed to be guilty as Master Mask in order to escape his true crime.
And to that end, he came up with this plan, to use the double jeopardy rule when making his alibi.
At any rate, it would seem we finally found the truth. Excuse me.
I'm assuming this is Ron.
I came perilously close to besmirching the record of an innocent young man.
Innocent is kind of a strong word.
Besmirching him with the title of murderer. Don't ignore me. Oh, I didn't realize you were there.
Why wouldn't he be? Oh God, what is he gonna do now?
About the verdict. I know, you never committed any murder.
That's right, I'm so glad you understand that, but I really am Master Mask.
Huh?
So, thanks to that trial yesterday, I'm innocent right now, right? What was it you said? Double jeopardy?
Now that you mention it,
I've been careless. Ha! Well, I don't know. I don't know if is this a happy ending? So he can't go to jail for being Master Mask because he was declared not Master Mask yesterday. Careless? What do you think, Maya? As the defendant says, the rule of double jeopardy is absolute. A defendant can never be tried twice for a crime in which he was once found innocent. Then, Master Mask is really innocent? It would seem so. For now. For now?
Now then, this court finds the defendant.
We did it! Boy, this is really lucky. Wait, this isn't so good after all. You see, the thing is, I still am Master Mask after all. You did it, Phoenix. Thanks, Mia. It's been a long time, hasn't it? Yeah, it's because Maya doesn't call on me much these days. Oh? I'm just joking, Phoenix. Don't take everything so seriously. But on the other hand, Maya, she seems kind of torn these days. You mean about becoming the master of the Korean channeling school? Becoming the master means saying goodbye to our mother. Misty Faye, right? Watch over her, will you, Phoenix? Of course. Well then, see you around. Mia. Mr. Wright. I don't know what to say. Congratulations, Mr. Delight. Thank you so much. No, wait. Nothing really matters anymore, though, now that this has happened. Come on, just be happy already. Maya. You even cleared of the murder charges and got off as Master Mask to boot. But, in exchange, I lost everything. Huh? What do you mean? Stealing security information from KB Security, becoming Master Mask. I did it all for one reason. For her. You mean your wife, Desiree? She hates criminals more than anything. Come to think of it, she was once held hostage by some robbers, wasn't she? She always said how she hated sneaky criminals. I knew that, but once I got fired from KB Security and lost all the money I had, she wouldn't have any reason to stay with me. I thought she would leave me for sure. So that's why you became Mask to Mask? Yes, but it's all over now. The broken bowl can never be put back together. That's not true, right, Nick? Right. Really? Can we go back to the way things were? You'll be fine, and Nick can prove it. I can? I kinda wish you would check with me first. Mr. Delight, even if a bowl is broken, there's always a way to put it back together. Where is it? Yep. The sacred urn. Desi was the one who found this. Desiree, your wife, she's always believed in you, Ron. That's why you'll be fine. You don't have to worry about anything. Ah, there you are. Miss Delight. You did it, Ronnie. You're innocent. I'm so happy.
Thank you. I appreciate that, but, I suppose you don't want anything more to do with me, do you?
Ronnie, why didn't you talk to me about what was going on? I had no idea you'd quit KB security. I never even imagined that you were really Master Mask either.
Miss Delight, what are you going to do now that you know? You're not going to really leave him, are you?
Come on, it's obvious, isn't it? How could I ever let a wonderful man like him get away? After all, my bike's really fast. So fast that there's no way he could ever get away. But didn't you say that you hated criminals? Oh, I only hate people who act all cowardly and sneaky. Right, he was a criminal for love. She's getting a break, probably. Like that detective. Let me see. My Ronnie went and declared his crimes before he committed them like a man. Oh, never mind. That's the distinction. Okay, I have nothing. Just proceed. I just love a man who's so chivalrous. Chivalrous? I knew I was right about you. Every day I spend with you is filled with thrills and excitement.
Does he?
Desiree, you really do love Ron, don't you? Nicky boy. Yes? I'm really glad I asked you to defend my Ronnie. Thank you so much. I'll never forget what you've done for us. Oh, well, take care of yourself. You too, Nicky boy. I can feel my face going red.
Mr. Nick, Mystic Maya, congratulations.
Oh boy. Talk about bad timing.
Mr. Nick, how could you with another man's wife in front of Mystic Maya? No, you got it wrong. I'll never forgive you. Never, ever.
Did I just get knocked out by pearls? That might... So just as the case came to a close, so too did my consciousness. Oh, that might be the best ending they could have given us. Ron said a broken bowl can never be put back together. But I know that's not true. I mean, just look. Here's a perfect example of one that was put back together even better than before. Alright, we finished episode 2. That was a really good trial. Recipe for turnabout. Okay. This looks neat. I see a guy with like a cyborg eye. Don't know what that's about. Really excited to find out that this has been a really strong start to the game. I thought that was really good. They had like a really good tutorial chapter. Our first real case I thought was very well done. The twist in the middle where it went from robbery to murder was very well executed, because I think it works out well that it was the first real trial, I guess. Because with how long you were, there wasn't really anything that made me think like, oh, okay, no, this is way too short. There's no way it's gonna get stopped here. It's like it's the first real trial. I could see it ending right about now, and then they pull that twist on you, and I feel like they could only get away with that in the first couple chapters. Like you get to chapter 3 and you try to do that, I'm like, that's kind of short for chapter 3. So I thought they kind of used that very well. I don't know if that was intentional, but it worked. So very impressed so far. Can't wait to see what the next trial is about. I hope you guys are looking forward to it. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.